Welcome to the OCP Reacts. This is my first reaction video. I got a full-length podcast on the channel. Go check that one out. But this is going to be my first reaction video from a content creator called We Need to Talk. And the title of the video is called I Am the Prize. Haven't watched this video yet, but let's see what they're talking about. Let's get right into it.
You know, females, when they, some, not all, when they go on a date, you know what I'm saying, they want the guy to spend on them. Like, if you're not treating me to a nice, extravagant dinner, then you don't really like me like that. If you're not, I feel like you should pick out my dress too. Like, you know, but for a guy, you could buy him like some fresh socks and a pack of white tees and he's gonna be happy. Because those are things that he needs on his daily basis. Sometimes women want things that they don't actually need. Like an expensive dinner is not going to determine whether this guy actually likes you. Or for the guy, it's not going to determine whether she likes you. It's just going to determine either she going to see that you got money or you going to be like, oh, she easy, so I'm about to slide in. I feel like maybe people got more creative. Like, I went on this date one time, and he asked me what kind of date do you want to go on? I was like, create a date out of $20. He was like, $20? What type of date? I'm like, get creative, like, because I'm a creative person. So how creative can you be with this? You only got $20. You can't spend no more. And you can spend less if you want, but $20, let's see. He was kind of stuck. I think I just started.
Oh, let me pause it right there. So I was a little bit confused on where she was going with that, but I kind of understood what she was saying. But yeah, I've known some people. I've went on a date where, hell, a woman told me about a first date she had with a guy, and he was like, well, he took me to Fridays or whatever, this and other. And I was like, I mean, and it was like a first date. I mean, he could have took me somewhere different, but I'm like, it's a first date. Like, why do we have to take you somewhere super expensive just to, I guess, show his worth to you or whatever? Like, and what she's saying is true. Is like, you don't have to spend all this money. But people are expecting, so a lot of these women are expecting you to spend all this money on first dates, and you don't know if you're gonna like that person. They don't know if you're gonna like you, or you don't know if they're gonna like them. But you done spent all this money. I've went on first dates and spent a lot of money, and it's like after that I don't even talk to the person no more. I knew this dude, which is crazy with that. I knew this dude, and he was like, man, I go on a first date with some chicks, and I'll take them, I'll do all this expensive stuff or whatever, this and other, and won't even call them after that or whatever. And I was like, well, why would you do that? He was like, just to show them that I don't give a damn about them. I'm just going to show them a good time and just ghost them. He's like, because they feel like they up here because they get this and another, but then I got to humble them and bring them back down because that meant nothing to me. I can do that, but that meant nothing to me. So that kind of humbles them. Which I see the point of both of them, but like I said, you can, the expectations on first dates and what we want and what they want are on two different playing fields. But let's keep on rocking and rolling.
Okay, forgot the question.
No, what surprised you the most about it?
Yeah. So that's simple, and you really have to like talk to guys because you'll feel like they should understand something, but we think emotionally, guys think logically. So they think A to Z. I mean, everything else leads to Z. So it starts with A, it ends with Z. Females is like, okay, A and B, but C, I don't know. I got to turn around and go back to B because something don't seem right about this. Like, because why they didn't pronounce this alphabet? I think this should be pronounced a little bit different. Like, it doesn't make sense before a guy's like, well, they pronounce it like that, then that's how it is. As long as it's gonna get me to my destination. So
That's facts, because I mean you see it on YouTube all day, just in your regular life. It's like you have a simple point, a simple thing, and it's like this how it is. And women, they just gotta put so much into it. It's like, why are you conflating all this, mixing all this stuff into something that's so simple, and bringing your feelings into it or whatever? This is how it is, and this what it is. It's like you bringing so much other stuff into a black and white situation and making it gray when, it's, I don't know why they do that, but let's continue.
Females have more power than they think in a relationship, but I feel like it's just used wrong.
So, if you see the table conversation, what do you bring to the table? What do you bring to the table? What are your thoughts on that conversation?
In what aspect? Elaborate.
How do you so it's a debate, right? So men are asking women, what do you bring to the table?
Right.
Women are telling men, I am the table.
Right.
Men are saying, I have to do this, this, and this, and you feel like just showing up is enough. So do you think one side is right, one side is wrong? They're both wrong, and how?
I don't feel like there is one side right or wrong. What I do feel like, though, is a lot of people ask what you can bring to the table, but they can't actually bring that to the table themselves. And it goes both ways. Like, a woman will want a guy to nurture her, take care of her, pay for her bills, get her hair done, get her nails done, get her feet done, like really invest. But does not have any knowledge in how to do the same thing for the guy.
I don't want to stop it right there, but yeah, what she said is so true. I remember I was dating this girl, and I learned, I asked this question a long time ago before all this stuff blew up or whatever, because I had dated her before years ago, and then we, rekindled or whatever and started dating. But in that time period, I learned so much and grew so much and experienced different things. And she was kind of like damn near the same person. So I'm dating her, and mind you, I just got out of a relationship, whatever, this another, and I asked her, I was like, yo, I mean, it's kind of a crazy question to ask somebody, what do you bring to the table? But I did ask her after a while, because I'm like, what am I getting out of this? Because I'm like, I'm not receiving anything. She just couldn't understand what the hell I was saying, and basically it was a deflection, because she knew she wasn't bringing anything that I was bringing to her, and it's like she tried to deflect and bring all this other stuff into it. But I'm like, because the relationship I just came out of, I didn't have to ask her what she brought to the table. I basically knew, and with all the stuff, saying she was doing and different things like that. So I didn't really have to ask her. It was just bad timing on both our parts, but well, not even on both our parts. It's just on her parts, the stuff she was going through. But yeah, sometimes people they want things that they can't even bring to the other person, and it's like it's lopsided. So she's right about that.
Guys will want a woman, but they'll only want the benefits of the woman, not the whole, like, a woman, she's gonna tell you what she like and what she don't like. She's gonna hold you accountable. A lot of guys don't like being held accountable for things, but a lot of women don't like being held accountable either. So I feel like, and a lot of people that I see that ask that question, they normally don't have everything that breaks to the table. Like, if you really look at the people that ask, because honestly, as a woman, as a man, if you actually getting to know a person, I I don't know. You don't have to ask a person what they bring to the table because they could tell you what they bring to the table, but you have to see it. A lot of people talk, but aren't action. Yeah. I feel like it should be what does this person bring to the table for you? Because I can tell you what I bring to the table, but it may not be what you need. It may be what another man needs. You may bring all these things to the table as well, but that might not be, as a woman, what I need from you. So that doesn't mean you're a bad guy. You'll be a good guy, but you just not the good guy that I need, and vice versa. Same thing for female. Yeah.
Well, the next conversation is who's the prize?
Both. Especially if you're talking about balance, and the guy can't have everything, but then the female lacking, because again, he could just be by himself. If the female has everything, then the guy is lacking, then what are we doing? There's no balance. If you both are prizes and you're coming into this together and you're trying to build, you're equally bringing something to the table to balance out the whole table. So while the guy brings the table, the woman gets the table ready. It's a joint thing. It's no, how they say there's no I in we. It's no I in we. It's no I in foundation building. If you're a team, we're working together. So that's how I feel about that.
The next,
I can agree with that. I mean, if both parties are complimenting each other, then yeah, I never really look at anything as like prizes or whatever. It's just, you can have two real good people. You have a strong man who's a great leader, great provider, whatever, and then you bring a woman that complements that guy. So both people are complementary of each other. So I don't see a prize in either one of them. It's just two people complementing each other and knowing their roles and their duties as man and woman and just coming together. So yeah, I agree with that totally.
the media thing, the 50-50 conversation. Some people are saying we should split all the financial responsibility 50-50. Other people are saying the man needs to cover 100% because the woman is doing this, and this. Where do you fall on that conversation?
Okay, as being someone who has been on my own since 18, I'm 29 now. I am perfectly, if me and my partner are making like around the same amount, or maybe he's making a little bit more than me, I am completely okay with splitting the bills because I've been paying all my bills on my own for so long. Half of that would be beneficial to me. So for me, it wouldn't be a problem. Like, if I'm paying half of what I pay now, we could split the bills because it's benefiting you and it's benefiting me. The cost of living isn't like how it used to be back in the day. So I personally feel like if you and your man are splitting the bills, to each his own, this is how I feel, and you're bringing that peace, ultimately he's probably gonna wind up spending that money on you anyway because he's like, she's working with me. She don't even be asking for this much. She like, it's a compromise. Now, if the guy wants to take care of everything, by all means, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with that if that's something that he wants to do. But I also feel like there's nothing wrong with splitting bills either because it's helping the both of you. Like, what are you losing by splitting bills with each other? He has money in his pocket to do things that he wants to do. Because the thing is, a lot of women want the guy to be the financial provider and the nurturer. Like, I want you to pay all the bills, but then I also want you to take me on trips. I also want you to take me on nice dinners. I also want you to go all out on these holidays with gifts. So then it's like, well, you must want a rich man because you want him to do all of this, but when does he have time to do things for himself? But if you're splitting, he can still spoil himself. You can still spoil yourself. And y'all can still spoil each other because y'all have the finances to do so. Versus him spending everything and then you having money. And I've seen this a lot. There are some females that'll go all out for their man. But the man will go out for the female and then she will get him like little few things. And it's like, well, dang, that don't compare to what you wanted him to do for you. So
Facts.
I think I don't think it's really fair, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, what she's saying is so true. I know so many. I mean, everybody has differences of what they want or what it is for their household. I remember I know a homegirl of mine, and she's like, the way rent and mortgage and things are. It's like, yeah, you can have a guy that pay all the bills and whatever, but you should pay for all the trips and all the extracurricular activities or whatever this and that, because stuff is expensive. Then on the flip side, I had one of my homeboys, he had that ego and that male machismo of, I'm going to pay all the bills, I'm going to pay all this and another. And I was like, your mortgage is like $3,000 and you paying the car notes and whatever this and another. It's like you all your checks and stuff is just gone, and if y'all break up, you have nothing to fall back on. You starting over from scratch or whatever. And she saved all her money and saying this and another. But I get it. I mean, it's to each his own for your household. I know for me, if somebody moved into this joint, like, I'm going to continue to pay the bills that I've been paying the mortgage that I've been paying, because it's like I've been living here for however long, and I'm going to just, continue to pay the mortgage how I've been paying it or whatever. So it's no sweat on my back because I'm not struggling to pay this mortgage or whatever. It's another. So, yeah, I'll be continue to paying the same bills I was paying if somebody moved in or whatever. But like I said, it all works on, it all boils down to each person, how they want to organize that. But the way stuff is, and and it depends on how much the man is making. If you're not making a whole lot of money, how are you going to carry all the bills and continue to spoil her and continue to take her all these places that she want to go and do things for? I don't think a lot of women think about that. It's like, oh, you the man, you should pay all the bills and this and that, but then still continue to spoil me, still continue to take me on trips, still do all this stuff. It's like, where all this money coming from? Where's all this money coming from? And it's like, I don't think they think about that. But I'm gonna stop it right there. But I'm gonna leave a link in the description for this video, down in the description box. And hey man, follow me on Instagram. Leave me some if y'all want to leave me some videos for me to react to. It's the Org Chaos Pod on Instagram. Just send it to me in my DMs. Continue to follow the channel. Weekly podcast drop every Monday or Tuesday. And we're just going to keep on cranking these things out. Like I said, and that's my time. Thanks for your time. Till the next time, we are out of here.